Good morning, Frank Ehrhardt, John R. Wood Properties, Christie's International. I wanted to give you an update on the Southwest Florida real estate market here as we're kind of in between the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. Typically, this is a relatively slow period for us as people's attention goes away from looking at homes to the holidays. So first, let's start with the number of active listings versus the number of sales. And this is for all of Southwest Florida. And again, I'll put this up here for you. Right now, inventory is up about 76% from the prior year, which is a drastic increase. And so some of that reason, if you recall, last year, this time Ian had come through, so a lot of homes had become uninhabitable and been taken off the market. Nonetheless, inventory is up about 76% from the prior year. And if you look at the number of sales are down about 3% from the prior year. And again, last November was a really slow time, so this November was even slower. So right now we are in a buyer's market. We have a 9-month supply overall of inventory on the market, meaning that if not another home was added to the market, it would take 9 months to get through the current supply at the rate that we're going. If you look at pricing, and again, I'll put this up here. If you look at pricing, prices are actually up 2% from the prior year, and they're down about 8% from the peak, which was April, May of last year. So remaining relatively steady at this point. And the time on market's 33 days, so that hasn't grown as much as I thought it might have. It's kind of tapered off as well. We are starting to see some sellers taking their homes off the market for the holiday season with anticipation that they will come back on the market in January. So let's take a look at the individual markets here. And so let's start with Cape Coral. So right now, Cape Coral, prices are down about 12% from the peak. And so that's a pretty decent drop. And so we have a 9-month supply in Cape Coral currently. And so definitely a buyer's market. We're seeing a lot of activity at the lower end of the market, a lot of new construction. A lot of the builders are offering great incentives, $15,000 in closing costs, locking in interest rates at 6%, 6.25%. So we're seeing a lot of activity for new construction in Cape Coral. In Fort Myers, prices are actually up about 2% from the prior year, and they also have about a nine-month supply of inventory. So, and it's not unusual for this time of year to start inventory growing. January is typically our highest month for inventory, and that definitely will be the case this year as well. And then historically, we start working inventory down from that point forward. Over on Sandcap and Fort Myers Beach, Sandcap has a 12-month supply of inventory currently. Median sales price last month was only $792,000, which is telling me that the lower end of the market is what's selling currently over on Sandcap. And then over on Fort Myers Beach, they have an 11-month supply of inventory. Prices are holding fairly steady over there at $660,000 is the median for November. So there's a couple different thoughts. One, you're not going to be able to touch anything on the beach going forward for under $3 million. So these condos, these 1,000 square foot condos that you can pick up for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 are going to look like a bargain in comparison. So. What's driving our market? And so obviously, we've seen in the last couple of weeks here, interest rates have come down. So last time I came out and talked, we were probably getting close to 8%. They're hovering closer to 7% now. So interest rates are starting to come down. That will definitely help the marketplace. We're starting to see our first snowstorms, and so it looks like New England's getting 6 to 12 inches of snow today. So sorry for them, but it's great for our real estate market here. It's early in the year too, so if it's December, you're already getting 12 inches of snow. It's a long way to go till springtime. What are the experts saying? Here's an article from CBS News this morning. When could home prices fall in 2024? Here's what experts think. And so it's interesting that they say prices fall. And so if you read the article, everybody's talking about nominal decreases. Morgan Stanley, a marginal decrease. Realtors.com, 1.7% decrease. And there's also two experts in here that say prices are actually going to go up because inventory remains relatively flat and we're not building enough homes in the U.S. So So it will be slow for the next 4 weeks. I think that January will also be a slower period as people start to come back down to the area. The beaches are starting to open up. Tourism is still down, but we are starting to see more people come. We're starting to see more restaurants opening up. So I think as we get back to a more normal period, we will start to see increases in activity again, and anticipate that 2024 should be a decent year overall for us, and so and the market too. So stay tuned. Next update will be after the holidays. So wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas and a healthy, happy, and prosperous 2024. Look forward to talking to you soon.